Hey. So I thought I would share something that I did the other day. It's all about healing and the things that we use to be able to heal. And I'm embarking on a new thing in my life. And I was literally feeling kind of stuck. So first thing I always do is go journal it out. So I started journaling, and then all of a sudden this information was just come flooding in. If you've never tried that, do it. The more you try it, the more that you do it, things will just happen for you. So anyways, I was writing down, and all of a sudden it just felt like it becomes a channeling. And I literally writing so fast I can't even read my own writing. And it literally was like, just allow me to come through. And I know that to be my higher self. So I went and grabbed my phone and I pushed record, and I was like, okay, I gave you permission, higher self, to come through with love and light. And all of a sudden this information comes through, and it was just like a little bit of tough love, but definitely love. And what I got was, Heather, you keep doing this to yourself. You self-sabotage. How many of you are doing that to yourself? And in my self-sabotage, I am literally, they gave me a vision of me climbing this mountain. And as I'm climbing this mountain, people and things are grabbing my legs and like pulling me back. And I'm at the top. Like, I can't see over the top, but I'm at the top. And I'm literally like fighting my way up to the top. And somehow, some way, I tend to allow things and people to keep pulling me back. And my higher self said, well, if you want to get over the mountain, that is your fear. Your fear is the unknown, because you always want to figure out what's going to come and how it's going to end. And that's the problem. You got to let it go. And you say that you trust, but you don't show us that you trust. You can say trust all you want, but until you prove that you trust, things are just not going to happen for you. And I was like, oh boy, that's the truth. If you want to admit it, like, I was like, you're right. I keep doing this. And it's like this cycle that I keep going through of, it's like spinning wheels. I keep going, and I get to a moment and I'm like, golly, okay. So, my cat's having fights. So it was literally like, what do I have to do to get over this mountain? And it literally was, don't worry about it. Just allow things to flow, because what you're noticing is it's all fear. It's all things. This is something you've never done before. And I was like, that is so true, right? So how many of you are in that moment of, oh my gosh, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how this is going to happen. And even though we know we should literally just trust that we are being guided and protected, and that sometimes not knowing is even better, because it's almost a surprise at all times, right? And letting go of that fear. And a lot of this is linked to childhood trauma and like undoing these things and letting go of these limited beliefs, because as children, we never had to worry about these things. Like 333 on my clock. If you imagine that you are, as a kid, we never worried about bills. We never worried about how things were going to happen. We never even worried about an hour from now, right? And as an adult, we've lost that joy of peace and calmness and not worrying so much. So I get reminded quite often that the inner child needs to come out and play. The inner child needs to be free and to let go of all of these beliefs that something has to go a certain way. And then I was shown a door, and it was like an opportunity is the way I take it. And there was like golden light coming through the keyhole. And then my higher self gave me the key. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do with this? And it was like, you'll know. You'll just know. But until you put yourself out there and make yourself step into your own power, quit playing small, do the thing. And whenever you take this opportunity, don't have any expectations and just see where it takes you. So literally in the last probably 3 weeks, every time I turn around, there's something else that comes up and something else that's coming up. And it's literally putting me out of my comfort zone, which is so good, and it's making me feel inspired to keep going. And I hope that if you're going through that, just know it's for the better. Do it. What's holding you back? And the thing is, so what if you make a mistake? So what if you fail? Let it go. Like, how else can you learn? How else can you figure this stuff out if you just don't put yourself out there and do it? So join me in this. Let's go for it. And let's just see where it takes us. So I'm rooting for you. I hope that just let go of all those fears. Let them go. And trust that when you start having fun in your life again and start having that creativity flowing through, like, it's wild. Just let it go. I love you so much.